a fresco of Jesus Christ, as the Good Shepherd discovered in a tomb in Nicaea. Archaeologists in Turkey have made one of the most significant discoveries from the early Christian period in Anatolia, a fresco depicting Jesus Christ with Roman features as the Good Shepherd. The image was discovered in August in an underground tomb near İznik, northwestern Turkey. Ancient Nicaea, where the First Ecumenical Council was held in 325 AD. At that time, the region was part of the Roman Empire, and the tomb in the village of Hazardere is believed to date from the 3rd century, when Christians were still subjected to persecution. The fresco, The Good Shepherd, portrays Jesus as young, beardless, dressed in a toga, and carrying a kid on his shoulders. Researchers note that this is one of the rare cases in Anatolia in which Christ is depicted with clearly expressed Roman characteristics. The image is among the central ones used by Christians in the early period, but despite its importance, only a few depictions of the Good Shepherd have been found in Anatolia, with the Hazardere example being the best preserved. The head of the archaeological team, Kutbe, described the image as likely a one of a kind example in Anatolia. The walls and ceiling of the narrow tomb are decorated with motifs of birds and plants. There are also portraits of noble men and women accompanied by servants on the walls. Aaron Ertem, an archaeologist from the İznik Museum, stated that the frescoes show a transition from late paganism to early Christianity, depicting the sending of the deceased into the afterlife in an appropriate manner. During the excavations, the skeletons of 5 individuals were discovered. Due to poor preservation, it was not possible to determine the age of 2 of them, but the others were 2 young adults and a 6-month-old baby. Pope Leo XIV visited İznik last month together with Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew and Christian clergy from all denominations to mark the 700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea, at which the Creed was formulated. During the visit, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan and presented the Pope with a ceramic tile bearing the image of the newly discovered Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd is one of the most widespread images of Christ, used especially in catacombs and tombs. After the Edict of Milan, and particularly after the 4th century, the Church began to emphasize Christ's role as Pantocrator, ruler of Alf, and as king and judge. The Quinisext Fifth-Sixth Ecumenical Council in 692, in its Canon 82, decreed that Christ should be depicted in human form rather than through symbols such as a lamb. This does not directly affect the image of the Good Shepherd, but it confirms the tendency to avoid symbolic and allegorical representations of Christ.